Hey everybody, I'm Grady Summers. I'm the CEO here at Netwrix, and I want to welcome you to our series of Innovation Week podcast update content. We have a ton of stuff that we're announcing this week, and of course, the big buzzword that we're all talking about in innovation is AI. So I'm really pleased to have with me today Jeff Warren, who's the Chief Product Officer here at Netwrix. Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Grady, good to be here.
So hey, look, just an informal conversation here about AI. We're all talking about it. You talk to customers all the time. What are you hearing from customers about AI concerns and hopes and excitement?
Yeah, so I think first, excitement, right? A lot of customers want to adopt AI. They see the potential gains they can get, the productivity boost they can get. Everybody's talking about it, everybody's promoting it. So there's a lot of interest in adopting AI as much as possible. But I think when we talk to the more security and privacy conscious customers, the CISOs out there, they're obviously a little bit more conscious of, how does this impact my security, my data security, my privacy of my customers, my employees. So when I start turning on all these AI features, like what does that really do to all of my policies, and can I maintain my policies around security and privacy while leveraging AI at the same time? That's the challenge.
Yeah. Another thing I've heard too is that everybody sort of wants to do more automation, more AI decision making. But the trick is so often, depending on how you deploy it, AI is a bit non-deterministic. You don't always know what you're getting. And that's an interesting one. I think that's a challenge in cybersecurity where you need to make a decision about good or bad, access granted, access not granted. And CISOs ask, well, what's in the black box? How do we know exactly how decisions are being made? So I've heard that mentioned too, sort of the repeatability or the non-deterministic nature of AI being a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear that the people who are developing AI, Anthropic and other companies like that, don't really understand how all the decisions are made, it is, a little bit concerning when you're putting so much trust into it with, automation of your key business processes for sure.
Yeah, and to be clear, I don't think either of us are like skeptics or
No,
doomers or
far from
negative
it.
on AI. It's just look when you're putting into a product, and we have so many thousands of customers, we've got to make sure that we know exactly what they're getting out of it, and
Yeah,
it's the same, right?
yeah, you need observability, you
Yeah,
need, guardrails, you just need to know you're using it in the right places.
yeah,
You can have as much predictability as possible, balanced with the benefits of the automations you get.
right. So, what are we doing in our products when it comes to AI?
Yeah, so I think we wanted to find ways that customers could get a lot more out of the products using AI, and we started with using MCP servers. So we were actually the first in the data security space to launch a data security MCP, which integrates with our Access Analyzer. And if you're not familiar with MCP servers out there, basically what that does is it gives your AI tools you might use every day, your LLM powered chat assistants like Claude Desktop, it gives them a hook into other applications. And we wanted to be able to hook Netwrix applications into tools like Claude Desktop or others that support the MCP standard. So we have four now. We've launched four separate MCP servers, so you can tap into more and more of our product capabilities, and you can do a lot with them now. You can have conversations around your data security. You can ask questions that you might not be able to discern that information from a report or an alert that the products generate. And you can get really like granular with the questions you ask. So if you wanted to produce a compliance report or answer a security question around what was this particular IT administrator doing on my database servers between Saturday 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., it'll use the information and it'll
Yeah.
connect to it. It'll give you that exact report. You don't have to learn
It's
how to code it yourself.
It's really awesome. Everybody we show it to absolutely loves the conversational nature of it. But of course, the truth is at Networks, we know that we're building for a future where maybe a lot of the operators or the users of our products are not humans, right? They're like headless agents, and we facilitate that completely seamlessly with the MCP server.
Yeah, and I think thinking down that road a little bit, the benefit of the MCP server for us is we can take some of that non-deterministic components of AI and plug in what we know for a
Right.
fact into that
Yeah.
decision process. So we know for a fact that this site has PCI data in it. So if somebody requests access to it, it should be treated at this,
Yeah.
classification level.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't leave that decision up to AI, but it can seamlessly plug into an AI-driven workflow.
Yeah, so that's one of the challenges being addressed is the non-deterministic nature, its ability to hallucinate. We've taken a lot of pains as we've implemented that to eliminate those possibilities. What else? I mean, I'm real excited what we're doing for mediation in one
Yeah.
second.
Yep. So that was another challenge we heard from customers. So great, you've got more visibility into what is happening in my environment, and I can get reports and questions answered quickly. But when it comes to fixing things, right, when it comes to taking a problem and solving it, you need a little bit more than that. You need to know more about your environment. Remediation at one organization is going to be different than another. Something that might fix a problem here doesn't necessarily fix it over there. So the next problem we set out to tackle was using AI and the data that we collect about an organization's information with our risk assessments, all the data that the products collect, to give them guided playbooks for remediating findings. So if one of our solutions says, hey, you've got a problem with your administrative accounts, they have too much access over here, or you have overly exposed sensitive data in this particular location, the next obvious question is, okay, well, what do I do about it? And that's nuanced. So now we provide an AI-driven playbook that gives you step-by-step instructions and actual executable scripts that you
I think
can
that's an
use.
important piece. It's not just instructions, but here's
Yeah,
exactly what you can copy and paste.
yeah,
And
exactly. Copy and paste scripts that have your organization's data tied to them so that it can work just for you and nobody else, and only you have access to that. And then you can run that in your organization to remediate the findings and then run a fresh check to make sure everything's fixed.
yeah, now we're a data and identity security company here at Netwrix, and you start out by talking about some of the challenges that customers have raised to you about the use of their data. How do we address that across all of our products that are leveraging AI?
Yeah, for sure. So one thing we wanted to make sure of is however you choose to deploy our products, and our products, our goal, you can deploy them on-prem within your own network. You can deploy them SaaS, where Networks can host it for you. But in either model, we want you to have control of your sensitive data. So for example, if you use our SaaS One Secure offering, all the components that interact with your sensitive data, scan that data, process it, those can run within your network. So we have basically an appliance that you access and you connect to your SaaS tenant, and it handles all of the sensitive data work, and you control that, and then it just communicates some of the results and metadata up to the SaaS tenant.
Great, yeah, and of course in Netwrix, customer data is their data. Like you said, we don't train on customer data. That stuff stays isolated, and it is indeed just the customer's
Yeah.
data. So it's an important distinction. So, well, thanks, Jeff. I know we just had a few minutes today, but appreciate you sharing what you're hearing out in the field and what we're doing with AI and how we're addressing customer concerns related to AI here at Netwrix. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks, Grady.